Before printing, there are a few setup steps. With proper setup, you will get a consistent layer of ink on the t-shirt in the right place every time. The steps to setting up the press are: level the screen clamp, adjust the shirt boards, zero out the micro adjustments, insert the screen frame, level the screen frame, take the film positive to the shirt board, register the screens, and set the off contact. The materials you'll need are the printer manual, your exposed screens, a ruler, T-square, tape, the film positive, palette mask, and a low-tack spray adhesive. A great place to start is to read through the manual that came with the press. It explains how to get the best results. Anytime there's any wobble to the press, adjust the feet so that it sits firmly on the floor. The back screen clamp must be level to the shirt boards in order to get a consistent deposit of ink on the t-shirt. To check them for level, lower the screen clamp onto the shirt board. If one end doesn't touch, loosen the mounting bolts. Set the print head level, then retighten the mounting bolts. Check each screen clamp and adjust if necessary. Normally, you'll only need to do this when first setting up the press, but it's a good idea to check them from time to time in case they get knocked out of adjustment. The shirt boards need to be the same distance out on the print arms. To check this, measure the distance from the shirt board bracket to the press. In this case, we're measuring out 10.5 inches. To adjust, loosen the two bracket adjustment knobs and slide the shirt board to the desired location. Tighten the side adjustment knob first, then the bottom one. This will keep the shirt board square to the printer. Check each shirt board you plan to use for the job. Next, zero out the micro adjustments by setting the indicators on the crosshairs on each side of the screen clamp. This will allow you to move the screens in any direction when you register them. First, loosen the ratchet handles on the top of the micro register assembly. The two side micro knobs move the frame front and back, and the top one moves it left and right. When both indicators are on the crosshairs, tighten down the ratchet handles. Zero out the micro adjustments for each screen clamp you'll use for the job. Now you're ready to register or line up the screens. First, center the film positive on the shirt board. Then, use a T-square to square up the registration marks. And take the film positive down. If you're using the Kingpin registration system, just slide the frame into the frame clamp, engaging the hole in the frame with the pin on the docking clamp bracket. This gives quick, consistent alignment. Then clamp the frame in place. level the frame to the shirt board. To do this, turn the screen level adjustment until the frame is level. Then use the off contact adjustment to move the frame up or down until it just touches the shirt board. Check to see that the screen touches the shirt board on both ends and both sides. Finally, tighten down the lock nut to make sure that the screen stays level while printing. Level each frame that you will use for the job. The next step is to register or line up the screens. First, make a final check that all screens are level to the shirt board and just touching it. The best way to register the screens is to use the registration marks on the corners. The registration crosshairs on the screen should line up with the crosshairs on the film positive. In this case, you can see that it needs some adjustment. To adjust the registration, loosen the ratchet handles a quarter turn, then use the micro adjustments to line up all four of the registration marks. When the registration marks are all lined up, tighten the ratchet clamp handles. Turn one until it starts to feel tight, then snug down the other. Work back and forth between the two clamps until they are secure. This keeps the frame from moving out of register as you clamp it down. The second screen doesn't have an image that lines up with the film positive, so you need to rely on the registration marks to get it in the right place. Be sure to tighten the ratchet clamps when it's lined up. When all the screens are registered, remove the film positive. A lot of printers use palette mask on the shirt board to make the cleanup easier. Be sure to put it on smoothly and flatten it. Wrinkles could cause problems when printing. When it's time to clean up, you can just peel off the palette mask and throw it away. To hold the t-shirt in place, spray on a low-tack adhesive. The cardboard keeps the adhesive off the press.